Hey everybody, welcome back to our P.O.V. podcast.
Hey.
Episode 6. Alright.
Hey guys.
There we go.
Ooh. The last minute adjustments on my microphone
Hey.
because I have OCD.
Oh yeah, last minute's always the best time to do things.
Yeah. Alright.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm Cameron
I'm Joe.
and it's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
It's been, we don't have a guest star today.
No.
It's us and our two amazing selves.
We're lonely.
We're alone. So lonely.
Please send help. And by help I mean a boy.
Oh my god. But yeah, but like I know we had the past 2 weeks we were able to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like we had like a whole bunch of like personal issues and then scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
And I remember we were going to do a whole big Comic-Con episode, and then Comic-Con ended up sucking regardless.
Yeah, Comic-Con was sad. I didn't go to it.
Yeah, it was. I was there for like 45 minutes, and I recorded a little bit. There was no audio to it because I guess my audio decided not to work. But
Technology.
But they went, and it was sad. It was. I was very disappointed this year. Like normally, like last year, they had like so many
Yeah,
big
last year was
names.
really good. That was my first convention ever.
It was a great year last year. I mean, I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 better years since I've been there, but like this year was the worst year they ever. Even like when they first did it in the DoubleTree, it was good,
Yeah.
and that was like in a hotel like convention lobby, but like this year just sort of sucked. Everybody canceled. There was no one really good to begin with.
Should I get into my convention stories like right off the bat, or do we want to like wait a little bit?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
I think we're alright.
Because I went to MetroCon yesterday, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically AnimeCon. It's literally like, it was amazing. That was like, Comic-Con was like my first con last year, but this one was so big. It was so much bigger. There was so much more shit, and I went with like my friends that like liked anime. I don't know if I'd bring you to it because you're not really into that.
I could probably do if I did go to something like that. I'd probably dress up like say like an Overwatch character. Yeah, and that would just be the thing they did. Like I'm the Overwatch guy today.
I'm Overwatch, dude.
I'm Overwatch man.
I've always wanted to cosplay Punk Tracer. I saw a dude Punk Tracer there too.
Did you really?
Yeah, but like I went with my friend and he cosplayed as Logan, like Old Man Logan, like he wore the suit and like everything, and he brought claws, like it was like they were like actual claws, but they were like a little less sharp. We were so worried we wouldn't get it past prop check because they were like no metal, and it can't be sharp and it can't have pointed edges, and it was metal, it wasn't sharp, and the edges were kind of rounded.
Yeah.
And they like barely passed them. They were like, it's good today, but if you're gonna come back later, then like smooth the edges down.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I dressed up as Ichimatsu from Osomatsu-san. If you know what that is, I love you, because no one there recognized me. There was one other dude wearing the same jacket.
Yeah.
It was like yellow, but it had the icon, and we walked past each other, and we were like, hey, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was cool. There was so much shit there. I actually bought shit. I wanted to tell you, because there's this cool thing that they do there every year.
Yeah.
It's called the Anime Human Chess Match.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
How was that?
So it was really good. The whole theme this year was like order versus chaos.
Yeah.
And there was like a whole story. Like there was this dude. I don't know what anime he's from, but it was Dracula, and he was like, I just want to die. Nothing kills me. And like literally, like I was like, this is me. But he was like, he found like this. I don't want to like go too much of the story because the con like ends on Thursday, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who might be going.
Oh, really? It goes on
Thursday? Until Thursday.
Holy shit!
And every day it goes from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Holy shit!
Yeah, there's like a whole rave like after like once it gets to 12, like there's a rave until 3 a.m.
Dude, Comic-Con's got to fucking step it up.
Yeah,
like I thought it was really good. Now that you have a 6-day fucking con, that's damn.
But like the chess match was cool. I went into it. I made it a point not to look up any videos on like the previous ones because I wanted to go in like not expecting anything.
Yeah.
Like I knew there was gonna be battles, and I knew there was gonna be like dressing up as them, and there was like it was really cool. And like not all the characters were from anime. Like the main ones were, but they had. Have you ever played the game Brutal Legend?
Yeah. Brutal Legends.
Eddie Riggs was there.
With Jack Black?
Yeah, dude, Eddie Riggs was there.
Was he really?
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
That's cool.
There the villager. The dude with the red shirt. I don't remember what game he's from, but he's on Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
the little kid, brown hair.
Yeah, brown hair, red shirt.
He's like from Village Crossing, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Animal Crossing.
They made him fucking sadistic.
Did they really?
There was like he was battling someone. I don't remember who he was battling, but there was like an end where he had the end of the battle. He had an axe and he like went to swing it, and then everything blacked out, and all you could hear was just like screams and like slashing and shit.
Oh, shit.
And then like the main character who like was telling the whole story, Subaru from ReZero, he was like, there are some things you just can't unsee.
That's awesome.
Mercy from Overwatch was there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The second she came out, everyone like around me, like me and my friends like made a thing like where it was like we need to shout it, and she came out and we were like, I need healing.
That's awesome.
It was amazing.
You know she gets that all the time.
Yeah. It was so fucking cool.
That's awesome.
It started out and the choreography was okay. Like the fighting choreography, and then it really stepped up. Some of them were fucking amazing. I went in and I was like, this is gonna be kind of cringy, probably, and then it started. I was like, it's kind of cringy, and then I got way into it.
That's pretty cool.
It was so cool. The main character in it, his name's Natsuki Subaru from this thing called ReZero, and he has this power where if he dies, he goes back to a certain like checkpoint.
Yeah.
And so like he was like, oh, I'm gonna kill Dracula and stop all this from even starting, and so he keeps going in and like dying, and then he learns and he keeps going in and dying, and he just goes back in and back in, and then like the guy next to me, like it happened a couple of times, he's like, Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
That's awesome.
And I was like, dude, this guy next to me was amazing.
That would be a cool thing to go as.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
That
good.
would be cool. I want to be in that chess match next year.
That would be real, yeah.
I would love to like act in that, because there was like, it wasn't just like fighting, there was like acting in it too, because there was like a whole story and like everything.
That's pretty cool.
And it was so fucking cool. They had I could talk about this for fucking ever. They had these like rooms in the back.
Yeah.
And there was one, it was like a video game room. And I wanted to play this rhythm game that looked really hard because I'm obsessed with rhythm games. But there was someone on it the whole time.
Oh, shit.
And I ended up playing Knuckles Chaotix. Which I've always wanted to play. It's like a classic Sonic game, but it's like Knuckles, and it's always like two people, and they have like the rings linking them for some fucking reason.
Yeah, that's dope.
But it's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
They had this last thing, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm never the one talking this much, it's always you, so it feels weird to me.
That's awesome.
But we went and we were waiting for my friend's mom to come pick us up. And so they had like video rooms where they were showing anime, like, and there were like chairs set up, and we just like went into a random ass room. And the anime, I don't know what it was called, but it was about about fucking high school like competitive biking. And like, dude, they're so like sports anime are fucking amazing though, because like we were watching it and we were like, okay, whatever, and then we started watching it and we were like, dude, I think I need to go home and watch the rest of this. Sports anime. I need to watch more sports anime. The only one I've watched is Yuri on Ice. And then my friend told me about this basketball one, and I watched a couple clips from that, and like it's so over the top and like fucking crazy, but it's so good. Like they'll go into like 5-minute internal monologues like during a thing. Like this dude was like racing someone. He was called a sprinter, like in biking terms, and he was racing someone on this track, and he was like, if I fail this, I'll stop being a sprinter. I can prove myself on this track. I have to go for it. And then, like, you know, he like fell way back and then like ended up like, you know, by the power of anime, he like surpassed the dude. He's like, and like, you know.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. And we were like, dude, we need to watch the rest of this.
That's so cool. That's awesome. This fucking chair is killing me. I don't know why, but all of a sudden this fucking chair is digging in my back.
Yeah.
It sucks. But that sounds pretty cool. That
it was
awesome.
so good.
Like I said, if I went like something like that, and I'm not a big anime person, but I think I'd go as a character. Yeah. And just walk, like I get a bald cap and walk around and was like fucking One Punch Man.
Dude, there were a ton of One Punch Man. Not a ton of One Punch Mans there. There was one that had a bald cap, and then there was another one that was actually bald.
Was he really?
And then there was a black one there, and that threw me off.
Yeah, that's good. But I'm like, the fuck? Okay, cool. Go you.
Dude, there was this one person. You know have you seen the trailer for Mario Odyssey?
Yes.
So you know how he like throws the hat and like it can. So there was one at like he threw it on a T-Rex, right? And he became the T-Rex. There was someone who came and you know those inflatable T-Rex.
Yeah, they had that at Comic-Con too.
There was someone who came in one of those, but he had the Mario hat and the mustache on.
That's awesome.
And it was amazing. Like we went in, he like came up and he was like, "Oh my God, Mario!" And like someone who was cosplaying Luigi like went up and was like, "Mario."
That's awesome.
Someone came as Robbie Rotten, and he brought a fucking saxophone. And he started playing We Are Number One like throughout the entire con. Like you could just hear it randomly, and we were like, "I'm being summoned."
That's awesome.
It was amazing.
I went, and for activities night, my school does a thing every semester where it's you go and you'll get like a team of your friends or whatever. You have to be like X amount of guys, X amount of girls, and you do essentially like a big field day. Like it's like you go here and your team does this, you go here, your team does this, then you guys do a tug of war match and this, and everybody normally has a theme. Well, normally we do the Average Joes from like the movie Dodgeball, but this year, like I guess like the team captain, whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna be on that same team or how it's gonna work out. So I told Austin this year. I said if we do a team, I said I'll be team captain obviously because I can organize things. But
like duh.
But we went and I said let's do the Avengers. He goes, that's so cool. He goes, I'm going to be Captain America. I go, of course you're going to be fucking Captain America. I said, but he's like, who would you be? I go, I would be the fuck out of Iron Man. He goes, yeah. I texted him. I said, I am Iron Man. He goes, that was the best quote you've ever said in my entire life.
Wow.
I would show up, and I have an idea of it in my head. You can't go all dressed up because you're running around and shit. But you could get a decent amount as far as costume wise. And I already have an idea for it, and it's going to be amazing. A lot of people are going to hate me. But it's going to be fucking amazing.
Or do you want to, because like, your friends listen to this, do you want to keep it in suspense?
I don't want to ruin it.
Okay.
But I will say this, it's going to be great. I'm excited for it if we do it this year.
Yeah. I have, there's this thing, because I know I'm going to be getting inducted into International Thespian Society this year. Which is like an honors society, but it's better because it's internationally recognized.
And for thespians.
Yeah, and for thespians. But there's this thing, there's like an ITS Spirit Week. It's like separate from everything. And what it is
just like normal thespians.
There's a thing, like, there's a couple of days, but there's one, you also get like someone who got inducted last year, or like previous years, you get them and they're called your big. And if you're just inducted, like, you're their little. So I want to be Jazz's little.
That's awesome.
But
you mean Jazz would be your little?
No, I'd be the one getting inducted, so I'd be the little.
Oh, Jazz was already in it?
Yeah, Jazz got in it the last year.
Oh shit.
So I want her to be my big so bad.
That's awesome.
But there's this thing where it's like dress up as your favorite musical character. And we're both obsessed with Be More Chill. I was like, I'm going to be Michael, you're going to be Jeremy. I'm going to get a black sweater, and like there's the whole like the thing he did, like he was sneaking into a Halloween party and he like wanted to put a disguise on, but it was bad. And so he wore a sweater, and on like the sleeve it said creeps across it. It was like C on the sleeve and then REEP on the chest. That's and then S. And I was like, I'm going to literally do that. And then she's going to be Jeremy. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to what Jeremy looks like because I'm obsessed with Michael. George Salazar, I love you.
It was now that it's fucking senior year. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more people. Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
Good try.
Get away.
But yeah, it's senior year now.
Yeah.
That's I kind of sat there. I forgot something was on, and it was like, it was Justice League New Frontier. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I haven't.
But the very end, it's in a very like 60s kind of art style. The very end, they have like pictures of like the Justice League doing stuff, and it's the Kennedy's New Frontier speech. And so as we explore these new frontiers, as we go off as heroes. But it was just the right moment. And like I sat there and I was thinking, I had just finished talking to somebody about how we were being seniors, so that was in my head. And I just sat there and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, you sort of think about it. You're like, all right, it's great, cool. Like you know, like you always see on TV, you see in movies. All right, yeah, I'm gonna graduate high school one day, but then it actually kind of happens.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow. You're like, holy shit, this stays here. This is a real thing now.
Yeah, it sucks because I feel like after this year, I feel like I'm only gonna have 2 like worthwhile years of high school because freshman and sophomore year fucking sucked for me. Okay, so freshman year it was like I was coming out.
Yeah.
And like I didn't hang around with bad people, but I didn't hang around with people like that I could relate to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people that...
Well, you're getting to feel yourself.
Yeah,
And also I was like...
I still am socially awkward, but I was way socially awkward back there. I was way socially awkward back then, and like I didn't want to get involved with anything, and I was starting to go into depression. Sophomore year was when I got super fucking depressed. And are you getting sound effects up?
I'm getting the drum. I forgot I had that.
Okay, go through the drum before I start talking about how shitty my high school life was.
Continue on with it. It's a situation.
Sophomore year was like when depression really hit, and I like didn't feel like I belonged anywhere, and I had to I struggled with fucking suicide and shit. And then like junior year came, and I finally like got the nerve up to go into theater, because freshman year I didn't know the theater existed. Sophomore year I was like, I can't do that shit, and then I started to like break out of my shell, and I made, dude, theaters are like fucking families. Like, you know, you get in there and you like meet people, and it's like, I don't really like talk to a lot of people because I like to keep to myself, you know. But I know like most people in there like got me, and like, you know, they're cool to hang around with.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, junior year was fucking amazing because I got into both the shows. The musical was fucking stellar. And I'm like, you know, senior year I want to do that. We Will Rock You the musical coming up, and I want to be Freddie Mercury.
That's awesome.
And like, you know, it's just, and then like I'll graduate and I'll be like, only 2 of those years were good.
Yeah, I know.
Like I get it, I was finding myself the other 2, but like, you know, I only had fun for 2 of them.
Yeah,
and fuck.
I know one of our friends. Like if you see her, be like, I know, like Jordan, he's in that whole band clique.
Yeah.
You know, you get your whole, but that sort of makes a high school experience when you find people you're with, like us being in, you know, the criminal justice program.
Yeah.
I have like me, Austin, Richie. We're all like, you know, we're all a family now. And we do like I like my schedule. I know a lot of people don't. Like Richard has African American history.
I would want to take that.
Yeah, but see, it's also the people it's with, all the people who've like hardcore push for that class because they also wear the Black Lives Matter and
like the super duper PC people.
And there's the one, and that's PC, just like specifically like the people in our school. I mean, some of them, it's not all the time, but when they do go off, they go off on like the rant. Yeah,
no, I get it.
And the one girl who she's white, but she's like hardcore Black Lives Matter, the whole T-shirt. And
like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, of course.
But when you turn into a pretentious douchebag.
It's when it's like somebody who like plays Call of Duty the whole time. It's not that like, I don't want to hang out because you play Call of Duty the whole time. It's that's all you talk about. Yeah. It's like, you know, okay, cool, you play Call of Duty. We get it. You're vegan. Move on. Yeah. Talk about something else, please.
Oh my God, yes.
But that's, I mean, I'm friends with most of them too. All those people. Yeah. You know, they love me to death because I'm, you know, I'm a cool person. Yeah. Yeah. And they see, you know, I'm a pretty neutral party in it. But they have the whole class, and like that whole class was really pushed for because of that. And we're just like, and they got rid of band. And he's like hardcore band, marching band. Shit. And they took my band down. So now they got to fix my fucking schedule. He goes, yeah, they only have this band this period during African American thing. So he goes, they're going to have to remove that. He goes, and then I'm going to have to get band, and I know James' schedule. Yeah. I like my schedule, knock on wood.
Yeah,
I like mine change. Too. But it's, I mean, like most of it is like I have like Hope Online. And then I have like I have forensic science, criminal justice stuff. And then of course I have like a basic math. It's an advanced math class, but it's as basic as advanced math classes can go. Yeah. So colleges will look at it and be like, that's really good. But like anybody who knows about the math class is gonna be like, that was fucking easy. Yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to senior year, but it's just kind of like, all right, that's it. All right, graduation, and we're done.
We're done. It's now like, what do I do?
The fuck? Well, we have, and we started this, so if you guys want to email us, you can email it at, you guys have, Facebook would be preferred, that or the comment section of YouTube. Or, but yeah, and you could email us your questions, and we're going to do some life advice. Ooh. And we have something.
Dude, I've always wanted to do a Q&A and shit.
Yeah. We have a segment, and it kind of relates to this. You know what, I'll do it now, matter of fact. Fuck it. Fuck it.
We'll do it live.
All right.
Fuck it.
So here, I'm going to move my microphone so I can read it. Ooh. All right, so the segment is, it's life advice. And because, you know, we're the 2 best people to give life advice.
That is 100% sarcasm. Please don't quote us on that.
So, and this is not from any of our friends, which I was actually really happy about. Yeah. But it says, I am currently entering, I want to read it for word. I'm currently entering senior year. While I'm excited and all, I am very scared to what happens after. Currently, I have no idea what I want to do for college or with my life. Please help. Thank you, Carlin. I hope I say your name like Carlin. Carlin G.
Who sent that? Like what?
Carlin G.
Like how?
I don't know. I got a.
They just sent us that?
I got a YouTube notification, and I checked into YouTube notifications. I responded like Dylan's comments and all that, and somebody sent us that. So I go,
that's cool.
That's awesome,
dude.
I'm like, cool. People look at us like a thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I guess we're in the same position, so I guess we're pretty qualified to talk about that.
So I want to give my take on it.
Yes, please.
Take on it. That's actually a trigger. But so first off, senior year is probably going to be fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, of course.
I can't speak for that because I'm a senior in 4 days.
Yeah.
I guess we're seniors in 4 days.
Yeah. Fuck.
Nah, but like, you know, usually like if you have done your shit and like get your academics together, senior year is going to be fun. It's going to be easy.
Especially if you have like the whole band family kind of thing, or like
if you're in like a clique, and if you're not, that's cool.
Well, you just have friends. I mean, you just have a group of friends you hang out with, you chill, you have something you like to do.
As for what happens after, I personally am scared shitless about that too.
I know a lot of people are, but nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about the future at all.
Nobody. I'll sit there at night, I'm like, I'm happy, I think I know what I want to do. But, like, people are just, like, I'll talk to Austin's like, yeah, I'm just going to go to college, and they kind of shrug it off a little. And I'm like, I could see people, like, I see in their face, they just kind of like, no, like, they feel the same thing, like, that's it. Now, okay, you're done, and then 12 years, that's, like, your life.
Yeah.
And now it's just, okay, next. And it's like, the fuck just happened?
I want to say, there is nothing wrong with community college.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone like talks shit about
SBC over
community
here,
colleges. Yeah,
they're like fucking involved in everything.
And if you you don't know what to do with your life, like find fucking hobbies.
Yeah.
There's colleges for fucking everything. Like I want to do music. There's shit tons of music colleges. If you want to do photography, there's tons of photography colleges. There's arts colleges, liberal arts colleges. Yeah. And like, you know,
want to be an accountant? You go be a fucking accountant.
I didn't know that there were schools just for musical theater, and then one of my closest friends gets accepted to American Musical and Drama Academy, and I'm like, okay, he's also doing SPC for 2 years to like afford it. So like, if you want to do
classes
like
on fidget spinning, that's a thing now.
That is.
That's a thing.
I know. Florida Gulf Coast University has a wine tasting class.
That too.
Because I toured that and it was cool. There's nothing wrong with not having your shit together. You're still shit. If you're 18, like, don't do the whole like, you know, oh, I'm an adult now, I need to get my shit together. You're still a kid. You're still a
kid at heart.
Yeah, you're in one of the earliest stages of your life right now. Well, not one of the earliest, but like you're in an early stage of your life right now. You don't have to have your shit figured out. Everyone pushes to the whole like you need to know exactly what you're doing when you get to the end of high school.
I saw that meme on Facebook. Are you excited to be a senior? What are you gonna do afterwards? How are your grades looking? What's gonna go on? And it's the baby with the face like,
It's like, bitch, all I know is that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I don't know how to fucking I don't know how to life yet.
I don't know how to balance my taxes. They don't teach you that.
And like you don't know how to life yet. And like people need to understand that fucking kids who they're
in the same position. They fucking know full well. Their parents did it to them, so now they're gonna do it to us. That's how that works.
Yeah,
that just had a touch.
Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent about this. It irks the shit out of me that everyone thinks that you need to know exactly what you want to do. You can still find yourself after high school,
absolutely,
and figure out what you want to do. There's pressure to like get in there. If you want to do college, then there is pressure for that. And, you know, it does help to know what you're doing going into senior year. And then, like, you know, applying for colleges that you want to do. But, like, it's not a fucking requirement. And, you know, I want to do music. I don't even have to, I don't want to say this, but, like, technically, I don't have to go to college for that.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I think your mom would slap you regardless.
My mom would slap me because, like, you know, we figured out, you know, college is a thing that I'm doing.
Of course. But I know what you mean. Like, it's if you being a talented musician, it's like music is something you could do without needing that extra education. It's like, but if you need to be, if you need to be a lawyer, then you need that extra education. But if you want to be a musician, you just need to be good.
Yeah. I mean, and like that's how it is with like getting into music schools. Like there's like Juilliard. God damn, that's 7.5% acceptance rate. But like to get in, you just have to audition. Like, you know, they don't really take they don't take SAT scores. They don't take ACT scores. Same with Berkeley.
Sure, they look at them.
They say they look at them like just as a minor factor, and then they look at your grades to like, you know, especially Juilliard, they look at your grades to see if you're able to handle the amount of work and rigor that they're throwing at you.
If you want to do it enough, if you're willing to put in work and do stuff.
But the only things that they really, really, really look at are your audition, the interview, and your essay.
Yeah, they want to make sure you're not stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. I mean, it's and like whole like my idea on it is, afterlife. Listen, nobody. I mean, even parents. I feel everybody forgets a lot is. Parents are us, but how many years older?
Yeah.
It's like they just found somebody they care about, and they're with them, or maybe they're not with them anymore. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they're just like, all right, I've never done this before. I'm trying to go through life just like everybody else. I'm just at a later stage in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost
you
like
gotta
an MMO.
try, because everything's gonna be something you've never done before.
It's gonna be scary. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, I'm done. Now what? That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, and it's like there's times where it probably won't work out, and there's times where it could work out perfectly, and then there's times where it's like, oh, okay, it happened.
You just gotta fucking go for it.
You just and whatever happens.
If you were going now, I'd say if you were going to like an actual university, then I guess you'd go. You take your time. You always change the majors and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they say like 85% of college students change their major.
Yeah. Changing my major to Joan.
They have, what is it? They have, if you're going to like a community college or something, I mean, you could conceivably take a year off, go find yourself. I know a lot of people do that, or after college, they're like, okay, I know I really want to do something with, say, music. I really want to do something with accounting. And I want to do something with fucking culinary. And then they'll do that, and they go, okay, now let me find out, I want to do something in this field. Let me go find out what I want to do in my life. Mm-hmm. And they after college, they'll go figure it out. So it's just, sit there in the shower, think about it, one of those shower thoughts.
Yeah, I love shower thoughts. They're where I get all my inspiration to do anything.
Or take like 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes and really think, maybe talk to some friends, talk to family, and just sort of think. Just be like, hey, listen, here's what I want to do in my life. I really don't know what this. I would like to go to this college. I think this is something I'd enjoy. I like this hobby. Maybe my friends are going here, and I want to do something with them. And just sort of think about it, figure it out, and do what feels right to you. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's, the best thing you could do, really.
My whole philosophy is do what makes you happy, and only what makes you happy. And whatever that happens to be, whether it be like sitting on your ass all day, or going out. Well, you can
sit on your ass all day. Unless you're making hella money.
Yeah.
Or you're making money for it, and you're not living off the government. If you get to sit home, like say you played the stock market, and you sat at home and just made money just being asleep, then you do whatever the fuck you want. But don't sit on your ass all day.
Well, yeah. Or like, if going out and accomplishing shit and changing the world and doing what you want to do, or if it's just like doing what you like to do.
Yeah.
And, maybe making money off of it or going to school for
Absolutely.
it. Then do it. It doesn't, if it's what you want to do, don't hesitate.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
People say that all the time, and I agree with it. Find what you want to do. Find what you do in life and that you really love. Do it, and the money will follow.
Yeah.
You'll figure if you like to build fucking paper mache airplanes, well, you know what? You build your fucking paper mache airplane collection, and I bet you somebody will buy them.
Yeah.
I bet you. Somebody out there would be like, that's a really cool paper mache airplane, and let me fucking buy that.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
I mean, like, do as I say, not as I do, because I hesitate a shit ton all the time. Everything I do,
Nobody's got this. I mean, people, like, I know relatively what I want to do in my life. I know what I would enjoy, but nobody can, I mean, unless you're a psychic, nobody can conceivably be like, this is going to happen 100%, this, that, unless you go out and make it happen. You want to be a lawyer, then you go and make that happen, and you be confident in yourself, and then it'll happen.
And it won't happen immediately,
Yeah, it'll take time. Things take time.
Yeah, and it probably won't happen the first time.
Yeah, it might not. I mean, look at fucking JFK Jr. He failed the bar exam, I think, like 7 times.
Yeah.
And the dude was, like, fucking smarter than anybody we have now in politics. I mean, look at that guy, and he failed the bar exam.
Yeah.
It's just, you just gotta do what you want in life. You're here for such a short period of time. You just gotta make the best of it.
Yeah, do it. Dead meme. Do it.
Yeah. It's just like, who is it? Robin Williams, he had a whole thing, because I think it was last year, they had The Hook 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
And it was all the people, and they're like, man, when Robin Williams died, that hurt. And they played a clip for him, and it was, go out and make your life spectacular. He goes, when you look back on it, he goes, remember all the good times. He goes, and make your life spectacular. He goes, I know I sure have.
Oh,
and that was in a fucking interview, like, 10 years before he died. And I'm like, jeez. I'm like, that's great.
That's awesome. Robin Williams was a fucking angel.
Dude, he was such a great dude. He was cool looking.
Yeah.
He had a whole bunch of cool shit that he did. But, I mean, you say, that's what I'm saying. I bet you Robin Williams didn't have his shit figured out. He just went and he fucking did what he wanted to do, and, he became a great person. He met great people, and, unfortunately, mental illnesses.
Yeah.
And, everybody has their own demons. So, everybody has their own things they're struggling with.
Totally get that.
Yep. Well, and, but yeah, so I hope we answered your question, Carlin G?
Yeah, it took a long fucking time.
But it's, it's life. Can't talk about life.
I had to go on a tangent. You opened me up for a rant, and I never get to rant, so...
And while we're on the whole fan thing, one of our friends had sent in a comment, and I just want to correct something. I don't know if this is what they really meant to say. But I feel
don't be petty.
No, I'm just saying, but I want to make sure, because I think they had us wrong on what we were saying. And I want to make sure it was fixed.
Oh, okay.
They said, the reason why weed would be illegal, this was back like a while ago when we talked about weed, was because it has side effects, while cigarettes doesn't.
Cancer.
And alcohol was invented early times of human civilization. Marijuana does damage your lungs and and lower your IQ. Well, I guess they mean brain functions.
Yeah.
At a younger age, which I agree with. But the fact of the matter is, cigarettes. I think they just sort of looked over that.
Yeah.
But, cigarettes are very bad for you, and in no way, shape, or form should you ever smoke.
I saw this meme. It was like, why do people shake the cigarette boxes before they open them? And someone commented, "Got to wake up the cancer." Awesome. But no, I think chronic marijuana use lowers your IQ. I know I've seen like brain scans of people who smoke marijuana a shit ton, and they have like holes in it.
Really?
It's not like a physical hole in their brain.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a part of the brain that doesn't function optimally or at all anymore. But that's because they smoked weed like all the time. Everything they breathed,
pothead.
Every breath they took was a fucking wacky tobacco.
Yeah.
And
it's like Snoop Dogg now.
Yeah.
But he's grown. He can do what he wants.
Yeah. I don't think alcohol was invented. Well, yeah,
alcohol was around for like fucking ever.
Well, yeah, but like they had to like. It was invented, I guess, because you have to figure out what to do to the shit to get it to ferment and, Yeah,
alcohol. I mean, it's kind of like electricity. Lightning wasn't invented, but electricity was.
Yeah.
The use of lightning / electrical current in the modern form we have. That was invented.
But electricity has existed in the form of lightning.
Fucking lightning exists on Venus. I mean, that wasn't invented.
Yeah.
But exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I understand what they mean. Like, it's been a part of our culture for so long, you can't really. But marijuana, it's been a part of our culture.
Marijuana wasn't invented. Marijuana is the most natural thing out of those three. Out of cigarettes, alcohol, and marijuana. Marijuana is the most organic.
Out of cigarettes, yes. Out of tobacco.
Well, tobacco, yeah. Tobacco is different.
Yeah, if you smoke like 100% tobacco, don't take my word for this.
If you smoke 100% tobacco...
Off the top of my head, I think you're okay at that point.
I don't think you're that okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're not perfect, but I think it's the same thing as marijuana.
Okay.
I think, like I said, Google it. I'm not a medical professional.
Definitely, yeah.
Our advice on medicine should probably not be taken literally, but it's
not at all.
It's food for thought. I mean, but yeah, I just wanted to fix that and just make sure everybody knew what they were talking about. Not that cigarettes are cool. It's like back in the 60s. just add butter to it. Add butter and bacon grease. That's all right. That's not going to kill us. Oh, wait, fuck. That is going to kill us. But yeah.
Weed's better for you than cigarettes.
I'm sure, I guess, as far as health concerns. But what is it? I also want to talk about things that we learned on our own that weren't taught to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so...
I think this guy's like...
No.
Oh, wait. No, he's going another way.
But as far as things like... I went... There was another podcast and they were having a conversation about, like, people who wash their butt, which should be everybody.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. It's like a thing. It's like somebody who, when they're in the shower, you wash your butt. It's like, it was taught to you how to wash yourself, but as you get older... You just sort of develop and figure out your own ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Well, assumably, I don't know your particular case or anybody else out there.
I just shove an entire stick of soap up my ass.
That too.
And leave it in there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure your parents
have taught you. I have soap up my ass right now. I'm kidding. I don't do that.
But I know, people majority of the male population that masturbates. I don't think they were ever taught that. I mean, maybe online when they seen a video.
Yeah.
But that's just something you kind of figured out.
Well, I learned what that meant from other people. I didn't know. I would have never conceived the thought of that.
Yeah.
But lots of my friends they talk about masturbating, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And then I found out it's that, and I'm like, oh, that's okay, whatever.
That's odd. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think something I had to learn for myself was my sexuality.
That too, yeah.
I don't know. There is definitely. I think there's definitely social factors that factor into your sexuality, but I think mostly it's biological. Like when I was struggling, I watched a lot of gay YouTubers.
Really?
Yeah, like because I was in that whole like I don't think this is okay, and there's probably something wrong with me, and I won't be accepted in society. And then I'm
trying to think subconsciously on the YouTubers I watch. I don't watch a lot of gay YouTubers, or I watch a lot of middle-aged men. I think that's telling me something. I think
dude, you're like the daddest person I know.
I think that tells me something. Like I watch like I said, like Bernie Burns and Phil. Like they're like the dudes are like not middle aged. They're like late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
Like career kind of we've been here forever kind of dudes.
Yeah.
And that's like that's kind of like my personality.
Yeah, you are literally like you're literally the most dad out of all of my friends.
Because I care.
It's because you care, yeah.
Nobody cares.
But like I watch Nine is Real.
Nobody loves you like I love you.
Thank you. I watch Nine is Real, Mac Does It, Trent and Luke, Miles Chronicles, and like Nine is Real is a gay couple. Trent and Luke is a married gay couple.
That one dude who did the Taylor Swift parody and he came as a bi.
Which one?
Oh, I forget what his name is. Oh, he has like the floppy hair. He's a big YouTuber. Like Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson, yeah. Shane Dawson, I watch a little bit. Tyler Oakley.
Tyler Oakley's gay? What?
Come on. But like, it's like, and I only really started watching them when I started realizing that I could be gay.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, oh, there's no way I'll be accepted. And I look at these people and they're putting this out there and they're like, they don't like make it their whole like some of them they do make it their whole thing.
Yeah.
But like they're like gay and like
people love
podcast.
Yeah, the right half of me of this podcast. They're right. This person sitting to my right half the podcast.
Yeah, but like they're like I'm gay and like I'm proud of it and no one really gives a shit. Like people love me for that and like I'm like oh shit I could actually be accepted. So I took a risk and came out the closet and I was like oh okay, and because like in a way I was like taught. But not really. Like I had to learn that this was the thing that was a possibility.
Yeah, you learned it was okay to be yourself, but then you're like, this is myself. Is that okay?
And I learned that I was homosexual.
Yeah.
But I had to be taught that it was. I use the word taught really loosely. I had to be taught that I was okay.
You had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, is that really how you felt though? Like, is this okay for like society? Is society gonna accept me?
I was more worried about my family.
Okay.
And like the people, like my friends.
Yeah.
Like I was worried. I don't know why I was worried about my family wouldn't accept me. They're like, they could fucking care less.
Well, listen, some people.
Yeah.
I know one person who is trans, and I think they're maybe like 19, maybe 20 now. I think 19. And I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I don't think they came out to their parents because their parents. They know for a fact would not accept them.
Yeah.
Like they are avidly against anything of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess don't be afraid to be yourself. Obviously.
Yeah.
Just do you regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they're kind of scared to say anything, so they just do what they do and they just kind of move on with their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the parents pretend like they don't know.
Yeah. I was also worried I was gonna get the shit beat out of me at school. I know there were a couple people who would have done that. Maybe not.
Maybe
I don't
back.
know.
I mean, that's why I was asking the question because, I think since freshman year, a fucking lot has changed in the LGBT community.
Yeah, definitely.
But even just think like, okay, in our lifetime, what has changed? Holy shit!
Yeah,
LGBT community has gotten that and civil rights. Of course,
definitely.
Then both of them are nowhere near perfect.
Duh. Yeah.
But like both of them are just like, oh fuck.
There's been a
lot of ground has been made.
Mm-hmm. And I love that. I love this generation. We're lazy as shit, and like all of us are suffering from.
Hey, millennials. I guess
depression.
The one thing they get up for is fucking avocados, weed, and fucking civil rights. That's the one thing they do anything for.
It's like we all suffer from fucking depression and mental illnesses, and we're all lazy as shit. But at least we care about each other.
What's the fuck's up with that?
What?
Why is everybody? I noticed that in movies, even back then too, like the play you did. Everybody is fucking depressed throughout history. Everybody fucking hates everything. They're like, we suffer in silence. Even people in like movies.
That was like, because with Fiddler on the Roof, that was like Jewish people getting fucking kicked out of
I know that,
where they are because they're Jewish.
That's just everywhere in society. Like if you sit there and you watch like in Japan, like everybody's like, oh yeah, anime. They sit there and they like the few joy that they find in life is sitting like some people, of course not everybody, of course people go out and they find good in life.
Yeah.
And a majority of people will get over things as far as that, and they'll overcome it. But people will just be like, okay, I sit in a 1x1 cube because space is limited.
That's China.
No, this is Japan too.
Really?
They'll be like,
I know with because I saw a fucking National Geographic Snapchat.
Yeah.
And there was a photographer in Hong Kong, and they were like, oh yeah, it's so fucking prosperous, but 80% of the population is living in these fucking, they're called coffin cubicles or whatever, and they're like fucking like 15 square foot rooms, where everything, like their bathroom, their kitchen, their living room is like in one fucking 15 to 60 square foot room. And
they'll have, what is it, I'll see, and almost looks like a prison, but Japan too, because they have, it's cheaper to own, I didn't say, I forgot what the whole statistic on it was, but it's cheaper to own a car and live in that car as far as like square footage than it is to buy a house. Like you wanted to buy like if you bought a brand new like a $40,000 car and did all this stuff and lived in that car and did stuff, it's cheaper to run that kind of car than even rent an apartment.
Really?
The space is so limited.
Damn.
Because that's why they have.
Because I know like they're underpopulated, but it's so like hard to find.
They're overspaced is the issue.
Yeah. Because there's a shit ton of mountains and shit there.
That too.
So
you have your big cities.
The cities are like, it's like, this is like fucking 50 fucking thousand people, and then like you go and there's like there's fucking just people packed in to small places because there's not a lot of inhabitable land.
That's why they have those rent-a places. They're like, we have a computer set up and there's a bathroom in the main hallway, and you could come and rent this space for a day. It looks like I said, it looks like a prison. Everything's in one thing. You just have a mattress laying on the floor. And like young Japanese dudes will come home, they feel they're not worked enough. Their parents, aren't happy with them because they don't do enough. Although they're working on it, they can't get married because nobody thinks they're good enough. And they come home all depressed. They play their video games. They go shit in a hallway, in a bathroom in a hallway. Sorry, let me specify. Then they sleep on this, and they're like, we rent it for the night. But what a lot of people will do is because it's cheap apartment space, cheaper than renting an apartment. People will come in and say, okay, I want pay for 10 days, and then they just keep renewing it. And they live there. They said, we have some tenants, we opened this up a year ago. They said, we have tenants who've lived here for that year. They said, we're out of spaces now. We can't, we're getting paid, we're making money, but it's always the same people because they live here now.
Yeah.
And that's just fucking crazy.
That is fucking crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I forgot how we got on this topic. But
I talked about depression.
That's right. Yeah, everybody just nowadays in every society is just like, even people too, if you sit there and they're like, I go to work, I do things, life sucks. Everybody's just so upset with the world and they're not happy with anything.
I have a couple of theories about that.
Yes, I want to hear.
One, I think it's because we're so advanced technologically and socially. There's not a lot to do anymore. You know what I mean. Like it's like more like there isn't a lot except like go to work and go to school and come home and sleep. There's not a lot else to that.
Yeah.
And then, because it's so routine, your mind has more time to wander and ponder shit and make problems for itself.
Yeah.
I remember my English teacher came in and one of her friends moved from a third world country to here. And they went and they were so surprised when they talked to a psychologist after a couple years of living here, or after a year and a half of living here, that they were suffering from depression and that they needed a medication.
Oh shit.
He said it's like, because he was in a third world country, there's no fucking where to, like, you have to fucking find food and shit. And you gotta fucking keep your shelter safe and shit. And he's like, there's no time for depression there. It's only survival. And now that you're here, it's not survival. It's like, everything's there for you.
Yeah.
And, that's also, like, in a sense, like, there's people in poverty here, and, there's survival for them. But, like, he was good, well off, like, coming into here. And so he has time to, like, be depressed. So, that was kind of a thing that surprised him.
Yeah, I think even in Asian societies, because you'll have that thing, too, like, oh, it's survival. It's just everybody, even then, too, it's just like, yep, we lost Jimmy today. He couldn't find his food. He got eaten by a T-Rex. Well, life sucks. Let me go sleep on my rock.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I mean, I guess humans are naturally inclined to just complain and fucking bitch and moan. But it's just everybody. Even if you talk to people who are so happy, you're just like, yep, I do this and this and this. and even those who are really well off, maybe not really well off, because then you could just, I mean, there's a lot to do when you get older, maybe not at our age, as far as like going out and doing things.
Yeah.
But if you sit there and just average person below average living person as far as like income, and just people just like, yeah, I have a house, I do things, and just lifestyle, like especially as parents, that's why they hit that middle-age crisis. Like, I raise kids, I clean the house, I do work, then I go home, and it starts all over again.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays, I get to have a little bit of time to myself. I do some stuff for the kids, and I wish I die.
Oh damn!
That's what everybody says. That's what even jokingly, but there's like 10% truth to that.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking. It's like I get it. Things maybe not will always be the best.
Yeah. No.
But everybody's gotta just look on the bright side more of things. Because I remember the whole conversation we had about depression with teenagers. And she's like, life sucks, things. And she's like, listen, you guys have your whole fucking life ahead of you. And I get that may be scary, but it's rather be scared and excited about something than be like I know everybody at my school who just graduated, most of them are just like, yeah, things suck. They sort of work, they do stuff, and they're just like, yep, life sucks. I'm like, you just fucking graduated. Be excited. You don't have to do anything for the rest of your life. You just have to make money and pay for things. That's all you got to do. That's all. That's your one goal as far as be money, pay for things, be happy. Yeah. It's like those are big things. Come on, just fucking do that.
Yeah. I think another theory that I have for that is like maybe it's a step in our social evolution.
I fucking hope it isn't. That's what I'm worried about.
We're gonna realize that, oh shit, we need to start fucking doing more.
I think our generation might have. I think our generation. I talked to a lot of people and they have that whole depressed mentality. Yeah. Like I know, especially talking to you, like you're not avidly depressed.
I'm not depressed anymore. But I've gotten out of depression.
Yeah, you know that whole. Okay, I know everybody goes through this too. You know when you sit there and you have a lot to do, and you start thinking about it, and then you start to get, and then you have that mini panic attack. Like, I gotta do all this. Oh my god. Yeah. Or life sucks. Or especially being an optimistic nihilist. Yeah. Keyword optimistic, but
yeah, that's the I figured out the philosophy I align with because I don't do religion. The philosophy I align with more is optimistic nihilism, not existential nihilism, where like I believe like things end. Nothing's infinite. Yeah. And we're all gonna die. So just do what makes you happy.
Exactly. Yeah, I know, and there's. I just think that people just sort of need to look on the. I think our generation at least does that more. Like we've gotten through a tough time and things. I think now that whole. I mean, I hope it doesn't hit again. Fucking when we're older. Not gonna. Yeah. But I know that our generation has gone. Okay, sometimes things sucks, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do what we need to do. Live our life. Be happy. And then everybody's just sort of like I know. The past generation of millennials are just like, yeah, things suck, man. Government. But they just But I think our generation might be the generation to just move on and just do it. Okay, I'm going to sit here. We're going to fucking do what we got to do, and we're just going to make the best of our lives. Yeah. And I fucking hope our generation does that.
Yeah, I kind of hope our generation's the low point. It might not be.
I think our generation's going to be the high point. I think we're
the high point. I'm talking about depression-wise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree with that.
I hope our generation's a low point for that.
I agree with that. I thought you meant like low point as far as
no.
Things can only get better from here. I'm like that would suck. No, don't do that.
Yeah, no. I'm talking mentally for people.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. But yeah, I also want to talk. Speaking of depression and world news, why are reporters so fucking dumb? and I want to preface this too. Okay. So that way, it says when they really news that reports to youth or the modern age. Even if they are saying like the 30s, you'll just see that like that one hot reporter, and you're like, she just like graduated college, and even still she's like, there's this thing going around on Instagram that says this, and everybody's like, they just made a big fucking deal of nothing. Yeah. But they have that, and it says, or they just don't understand the modern generation, and why when they act with things, it's like bad acting, like almost like porn actors. Yeah. Like I mean, I get like this, like the one.
Wait a minute, this isn't a beach, this is a bathtub.
Exactly. It's like they'll sit there and they'll go, and it's. Like even, I mean, I guess obviously the younger generation because they're more connected. Like you have your 30s reporter, but it's always like that middle-aged dude, like the one dude who used to be a cop. Yeah. And if you see on Bay News 9, he has that commercial. He has a commercial just for him. Really? He's like, I spent 10 years. It's some like Mexican dude. Yeah. And it's like I can't stop, and it's like this sort of like thought-provoking music, and it's so loud you can't even hear what the guy's saying for half the thing.
Oh
he's
my
like,
God,
I spent 5 years on the force, and now I'm still cleaning up the streets. And he's just walking around empty Tampa, just looking at dudes on bikes. And he's like taking out the glass. He's like, you think I'd sit behind a desk? And he throws papers. He's like, I'm out in the field, and it's a real thing. He's like, no way, I'm making a difference. And then it's like him, armfuls, like News 9. And I'm like, fuck that guy. And it's like good for that guy that he's happy with himself. But fuck you, come on. But and then they'll always be like, yeah, there's this thing going around like butt touching. It's like this thing called
butt touching.
This thing called twerking, and they'll sit there and try to explain stuff, and it's either it's hilariously funny because it may be something that isn't the best thing, like just random, oh yeah, people just joking around about suicide on social media. It's like that's something to be concerned about, but they'll just fuck it up because they don't understand.
Yeah.
Or it's something like, yes, there's this thing, Joe, going around like these memes on social media.
These memes.
And they'll have this whole thing, like they're called memes. And I'm like, the fuck? And they'll make a big deal out of it, like this one about like the president. And they're like, people are accusing this or whatever. And they'll make something big, like this crisis that's going on in our schools. But it's really
this
like
meme crisis.
Yes, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the meme crisis, and it's something so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, watch out! Talk to your kids about the meme crisis and how can they protect themselves. And I'm like,
this person posted that they wanted to kill themselves.
Yeah.
And they also put a picture of fucking, I don't know, the fucking surreal meme head or whatever.
It's like there's this thing.
Watch out, suicides and it's like, no, I was fucking joking.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, they'll blow that out of proportion. Like it's something like they take it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember, and not to bring it up or use it for a thing.
Dude, sorry about the memes.
Yeah.
Fucking CNN.
Yeah.
The Trump one. You remember they did?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay,
they tracked the kid down. Oh my God, they made him apologize. They threatened to blackmail him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, I was accused. They never had official evidence.
Yeah.
I believe that they did something kind of like that.
Even if they did have evidence, it's a fucking joke.
Yeah, but that's
no one has a sense of humor anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like they made a big thing out of something, or like they take something in the complete opposite direction. Like, oh, some teen killed himself. Let's just say, like, via suicide.
Yeah.
But they won't focus on the issue of...
They'll blame it on something.
They'll be like, video games is an epidemic in schools.
Yeah.
And they'll just take things into the deep end, or something that's not, like I said,
they're
memes.
so quick to blame shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they'll blame things they don't understand, like online. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, yeah, there's this new fad going around called jumping in front of a car. And you'll see one kid who, had mental health issues, didn't get the treatment that they should have.
Yeah.
Because there's a big fucking stigma in the U.S. and they shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll jump in front of the car. There's like people seeing you did them, or someone died because they're watching this. Someone got in trouble because they were pretending to mail their friend, and they blame this YouTube thing and this because it's all over the internet.
Yeah.
And they'll sit there and make a big deal of like the memes. It's a big epidemic, and they make it sound like this fucking virus that's going around killing your kids.
And it's like, no.
And they're like, really? And I'll sit there and watch the news. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not an issue in the slightest.
Yeah, no. The issue is fucking crimes and mental illnesses.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That or like something stupid like the Pepes. It's like one girl will get up.
Okay, so remember how I said you're the daddest person I know?
All right, fuck you. Here we go. Yes.
I want everyone in the comments just put quotations around the Pepes.
The Pepes.
I want the comments to be full of the Pepes. Like
the Pepes.
The capitalized, the P in Pepes.
Oh, one friend says the rare Pepes.
No, that's not a thing you say. Pepe died.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But it's a thing.
Pepe is a white supremacist symbol now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they'll be like, one girl's like, "Oh, I was offended because somebody put a Pepe on my locker."
I think he might have died as a white supremacist symbol now too.
Might have. I think it's in the book though. But they'll sit there like one girl will get upset. She's like, "I take it as a personal attack because somebody put a Pepe on my locker," and then the news will be like, "Oh, there's a trend going around. People who are being attacked." Verbally will have this Pepe on their locker as to symbolize other people, and they'll take this thing out of proportion when it's some stupid idiot just cut out Pepes and put them around the school like a fucking idiot.
Because they thought they were funny.
Yeah, and nobody else took that the wrong way except for this one bitch.
Yeah, it always takes one person, and then everyone's gonna make a big ass deal out of it.
There was a Penn and Teller, and it was Penn and Teller, the comedy magicians.
Oh yeah.
They used to have a show, and this is down on the list, but we're gonna get to it now. Adam Ruins Everything?
I love Adam Ruins Everything.
He did a show about copying artists and like Van Gogh copied this and something.
Yeah, no, 100%. I remember I was watching a masterclass with Deadmau5.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you're just starting out, don't fucking like try to be 100% unique, copy an artist that you like, and then go from there.
Well, he had a whole thing on the Amers thing, which is kind of ironic, because I had recently found out he essentially copied another show.
Yeah.
Penn and Tellers. Well, I mean, this was probably them, but Penn and Tellers Bullshit was the name of the show.
Really?
And it was them walking around, like, one was vaccines. And, like, I'll probably show it to you afterwards, cause, but I don't know the whole copyright situation on this. But it's when he's like, listen, vaccinations, he says, it's him and walking around. Of course, Penn's talking, because Teller, doesn't talk. Yeah. So, because he's walking around, he goes, there's a big debate about vaccinations, and they say that 1 in 110 people with vaccinated cause autism, which it doesn't, because it's fucking bullshit. And he said this on TV. He goes, it's fucking bullshit, but let's pretend it does. And he knocked over a pin. They had 110 pins. He knocked it over with a glass window. He goes, oops, that's our 1 in 101. 1 out of 110. He goes, but now let's do this. And it was a glass pane covering majority of the pins. And the other Teller side had no things covering the pins. He goes, back before then, we used to affect polio, and he throws an orange, and it hits the glass that says vaccination on it, and it bounced off, and none of the pins get knocked down. Teller throws it, and he takes out like 30 of them. He goes, 10% of people died from this, and then this, and then this, and he just keeps hitting the fucking glass, and no one else is dying. But Teller's whole side's wiped out. He goes, and it's fucking stupid.
Jesus.
And what brings it up is the whole thing that they had an offended episode, where it's like, you have a right to be offended, but you also have a right to not be fucking offended.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here, he's like, I get it. If you made a compelling argument, if you're a vegan or whatever, and you didn't like the fact that we're eating the steak and eggs, and it's somebody who walks over and they're taking the steak and eggs, and they're sitting there, and he's like, or you didn't like the fact that we're using wood products, and they're taking the chance. He goes, and you made a compelling argument, maybe I'd change. He goes, or if you're offended by some sort of fucking language, and the lady walks away, he goes, sorry ma'am, no offense. He goes, that's all right then. And they're taking his shirt and shit. They're like, but it doesn't involve government regulation like the colleges. And he started talking about colleges.
Yeah.
And he said it's a community college should follow our fucking rules of government, where it's okay. But now people who feel that they have unflattering speech was the exact word they used in this.
Really?
Unflattering speech. I forgot. This was like in the 90s, and community colleges were still doing this.
Yeah.
It's like unflattering speech. You could get thrown out of school. He goes, so if somebody gets upset, they could just throw you out if they didn't like what you're saying. He goes, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I feel like, you do have a right to be offended, but I feel like people have a right to offend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
whole thing was you have a right to be upset. He's like, I hated the Lord of the Rings. He goes, that and that fucking hairy toad bullshit my ass. He goes, I didn't require government legislation to fix it. He goes, I just didn't see fucking movies 2 and 3. He goes, that's it. He goes, and then it never bothered me again.
Yeah.
I'm like, exactly. You're like, you have a right to not be offended.
Yeah, you do. I'm not saying with my whole, you have a right to offend people. Don't fucking, go around offending people. Yeah. Because they will get offended and you will have a bad time. But we are a country founded on free speech. Yeah. And I think that's a thing that should be held. I remember the fucking Berkeley riots.
Yeah.
They were burning signs that said free speech, and that's not okay. That goes against what you're fucking...
really.
What the people who made this country believed in. And, I'm not... some of the things that the people who made this country, offend... They don't offend me personally, but, they were rich white people who supported slavery and shit, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
But, they had the right idea, and we expanded upon that, and now we're a cool, progressive society.
Well, relatively.
Relatively. We do have Donald Trump as our president now, so that might go back a little bit.
We're going to talk about that later on.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, we're going to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. But we had it was a whole thing, and it was essentially like, okay, cool. If somebody has an opinion that differs from yours, as always, like I say on this podcast, you have a discussion with someone.
Yeah.
If I said freaking I hate all people from the planet Xenu, and the people who watch us from the planet Xenu are get upset.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, well, if I'm like, all right, maybe that's different. That's a bad thing.
I think there's a difference between having an opinion and hate speech.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to fix that. If it's like, okay, well, people from the planet Xenu are traditionally purple, and somebody who comes from the planet
Xenu, you don't really like the color purple.
Yeah, I don't like the color purple. And then they're just like, well, I'm purple and I'm from Xenu. You have a discussion about something.
Yeah.
Or if you're a Democrat versus a Republican, you have a discussion. You don't fucking kill each other.
Yeah.
But that's something I feel that we need to work on. It's just like, I don't like what you're saying. Like, I remember our one friend, Camilo had said something in class.
Yeah.
And it was something revolving repression. It's like, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying we need to surpass it. And everybody's like, I am offended. He's like, what do you mean? Fuck you, you're offended. And I go, I would have told him the same thing, fuck you.
Yeah,
He goes, yeah. She's like, you're saying depression doesn't exist in this? He goes, no, that's not what I'm saying. If you listen to my fucking argument, I'm saying we just need to surpass that kind of thing. We need to work harder and show people that there's something, a life worth living.
Yeah.
And everybody flipped out on him. They're like, oh, fuck
Jesus
you, fuck
Christ.
this. And they're like, I'm offended. I don't want to sit next to you anymore. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't want you fucking next to me anyway. Yeah.
He's like, you have a discussion about things. You just talk.
People are so quick.
Out.
Yeah, people are so quick to do that now. They're so quick to call people's opinions wrong.
Yeah.
There's such a huge thing you need to have the right opinion. There's no such thing as a right opinion because an opinion is subjective, right? That's the word. Or is it? It's not objective.
No, it's subjective. It's
subjective.
It's relative to the person.
I know what it means. I'm trying to figure out which word to use because opinions are subjective. So there's no right. It's like music. Music's subjective. I really like fucking dubstep, but you're not really into that, right? So
dubstep's okay. I'm pretty neutral on it.
I can say I love fucking weird ass sounds and dubstep, but someone could I like country and I really don't like country, but I could still be fucking best friends with the person. I could not fucking us, okay? So I don't like Donald Trump as a president, but you support him.
I do.
And it's
on most things.
I'll
preface that. On most things.
Yeah. It's you support him and it's I fucking hate him. You fucking like him, but we don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Other people would be at each other's throats in the situation that we're in.
Yeah, for the fact that I said that, they wouldn't care. I remember in school, this is the perfect fucking example of this. After he won, I walked around with a shirt that said Trump Pence.
Yeah.
I walked in the
and
first
you have
thing.
the right to do that because you're supporting the government, the officials that you support.
The person I can. And at the time was, I forgot what they call it. It's the president-to-be, essentially.
Yeah.
And I'm supporting the president-to-be of my country, who I would have voted for if I was of legal age, and who I felt would do a good thing.
Yeah.
First thing I walk in, a group of women, and not that it matters, but they were African-American.
Yeah, no, that doesn't matter.
And being in Pinellas County, I believe Pinellas County was majority liberal. Yeah. So I believe that's why majority of it, other places, I would have been fucking high five.
Well, your school is has a lot of African Americans anyway, so
and predominantly of them are liberal, not a lot of them are Republican.
Yeah.
But they're like, you support Trump, and I go, yeah. They're like, go home, fuck you. And they were berating at me, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm smiling because I'm the kind of person to go, well, he won. And you should have seen the look on their face. And then I walked through the hallway. Matt walked through the hallway. He had the shirt on for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Walked through the lunchroom. He goes, I got to take it off. He goes, I had never been called worse things in my life. It's you don't know my stance. The people who knew me, my teachers obviously weren't happy about it. My one teacher was like, oh, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump. But they know me. They know me as a person. They know I'm trying to be neutral. They know I care and love my fellow human being.
Yeah.
So they just well, why did you of all people support him? And I explained. They go, okay, I see your reason. Yeah. I may not agree with it, but I understand that, and good for you.
I can see your reasoning too. I don't agree with it.
Yeah. But I see why you would want that.
Yeah.
And then, but other people, they just fucking jump to it.
No one has empathy anymore.
Nobody has empathy anymore.
Nobody and me as an actor.
Yeah.
Empathy is
empathy. Put yourself in the place of me.
Empathy is the thing that you have to have if you want to be an actor.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it's one of my strong suits. Sympathy is definitely one of my strongest things. But I've tried working on empathy. I feel like I have a lot of empathy. I feel like I'm very empathetic. I wouldn't say I'm the most empathetic person, but that's probably me being humble. I do, I try to...
That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Fucking old-ass car.
That's pretty cool. Look at this.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It was a bright orange, Doomboy looking thing. But I want to say this now because we're on that topic, and I want you to remember this whole empathy situation when we had this discussion. But recently, it wasn't. I think it might have been a week ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago, because we didn't. Yeah, relatively recently.
Yeah.
Donald Trump reinstated the trans ban.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I want to hear your opinion on this.
I think we worry too much about labels and too much about other people. I think if someone wants to fight for their country and protect the people they care about and protect ideals that this country was founded upon.
Yes.
I think you should let them do that.
I
think just because that they... it was the same thing with the Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We repealed that, and it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, no, they didn't repeal that.
No, the don't ask, don't tell isn't a thing anymore. You can be like openly gay in the military.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought you were getting at they didn't allow gays in the military.
No.
Like,
they didn't allow open not now, but they used to not allow open gays in the military.
Yes, I agree with that.
You had to be in the closet.
Yeah.
But they repealed don't ask, don't tell, and like nothing fucking changed. It's just now we have people who say they're gay in the military. Yeah. Like it's not a big deal. They're all there to fight for their country. Fucking trans people, trans people have served in the military before. It didn't fucking matter.
I think I know. I'm friends with someone on Facebook who's like a high-ranking official who's trans.
Yeah.
And because they were already there, they could stay, from what I heard. But they said, they're like, oh, me and my people now, that doesn't matter, that we fought for our country, and that they did this whole thing.
Yeah, like he fought... Wait, he or she?
I'll
just say they.
It was a girl becoming a guy, I believe.
Okay, so he fought to defend the right for people like him not to fucking be in the military.
Exactly.
I don't fucking understand. It irks me. It just irks me how much people focus on the wrong thing.
That's what I figured you were starting off calm, and I'm like, that's kind of uncharacteristic. Like, huh?
I'm just like, and I was talking to one of my friends, and like, he was like, he kind of supported it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's your opinion. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
We're still like really close friends.
See, now I had a conversation with who is it? At first, I go, what fucking reason could they have for having this happen? And I see no conceivable reason in the article I read. But then I talked to Austin and Richard, and they go, yeah, they said the reasoning behind it, regardless whether they support it or not, I'm going to leave that out, and because I don't want anybody to get yelled at, and or because regardless whether they do or don't, they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. Yeah. But I had a conversation with them, and they showed me an article, and they go, well, this article had reasoning on it, and they're just
what was the reasoning? I'm curious.
The reasoning on it was that because of the process, and I came with a solution, which I don't know how this will work, but the process of, like, say you're like, okay, I don't know if it applies to you, but say you just want to become a girl, and you're like, I'm a girl now, and you identified as a girl, I think at that point, I don't know if you are allowed, but at that point you should be allowed in the military.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that they said that, one, when you're becoming someone and you're going through a sex change.
When you're transitioning.
When you're going through the operation, they said the government has to pay for that.
Yeah.
They said it's like $8 million. And
they have to pay for that?
Because it's a medical expense now.
Oh, okay.
They said the government pays for that.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
That's like, I get it, it's a life thing, but it's a personal thing, which, I mean, the government shouldn't have to pay for it.
I don't think the government should have to pay for it. I think if you can't afford it, you should get aid on it.
Yeah, I think it would be, I mean, because especially, and the whole thing was like, well, tax dollars are going through a personal thing. Like, I get, it's somebody's thing, but it's not a life-threatening issue. It's a personal thing. Yeah. And I'm like, I'd agree with that, the government shouldn't have to pay for it. Because some people would join the military just to get them to pay for it. Because I don't think really anybody can afford it, because it's almost like a $15,000 operation.
Yeah, it's an expensive-ass operation.
So, I mean, the government should have to pay for it. But they also said that the fact is, when you're doing that, or say you're doing testosterone, for the beginning, they said it's like a second puberty. You're not physically or mentally in the right state of mind to handle a firearm and serve and think like on the split second.
That was the
life-saving
thing
decisions
that I thought about, like as a reason that people were. I don't know. I feel like I don't fucking know.
I think at the transition point, I
don't know a lot about the hormonal aspects of it. Like I know people take T and take E when they want to transition.
Yeah, I know there's a whole. But there's like the whole. Like I'm not I'm not an expert on this by any means, but my understanding is it's certainly like your body is.
Your body has to readjust to things that it's not used to.
Exactly, both mentally and physically.
Yes.
I think during the transition period, like you should have your operation if you're gonna have it. The government shouldn't have to fucking pay for that.
Yeah.
And during your transition, then I think at that point you should be maybe on a hiatus, and you're eligible. But then after, it's like a common thing, like, okay, I've been doing this for 6 months. There's no more changes. I'm really good. Well, there's always gonna be changes.
Yeah.
But there's no more like significant changes as far as my mental state. If that's a thing, again, like you could be like, no, you're always gonna.
Well, because hormones are gonna affect your mind.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. As far as like after a while, you're gonna be you regardless, and you're not gonna. I mean, again, unless somebody goes, no, your mind is constantly changing when you do that.
Yeah. At
that point, then I guess maybe I'd support it fully, but I think there should be a hiatus. Like, okay, if you're either just classify yourself, or you're after that certain stage, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Until then, you have to wait until you're done, because you're not in a mental or physical position to make, say, a life-saving or life-ending decision to the best capacity.
Okay, I sort of agree with that.
I think it should be, again, I mean, I'd have to do more research to find out
definitely.
About it. But I think there should be a preface. Like, if you're just like, okay, I'm a woman who dresses like a man, and I want to be a man, you should be allowed in the military.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
If you're like, I don't know what's going on in my body right now, I'm trying to figure it out, both physically and mentally, I think maybe you should be in, like, active service, but you shouldn't be out in the middle of Baghdad fucking getting fired upon.
Okay.
I think maybe you should be like, okay, cool, you'll be here, you'll work with computers, you'll do this stuff, until you're done, then you can go to Baghdad or wherever the fuck you need to go.
I think the reason the government said it is because did they say it because they view it as a mental illness?
No, that was their... I don't know if that was Trump's intention. Everybody's like, no, he just hates trans people.
I know a shit ton of, like, Trump's Republican, right?
Yes.
Okay, I keep getting the two confused. I know what each one is. I just, like, it's like my left and right. I'll say right when I mean left.
Republican is like, think of it like this, like your church-going white guy who was sort of shimmy.
Yeah.
And liberal is like like Obama doing like the fucking disco.
Yeah.
That's how each party is viewed stereotypically.
Because lots of Republicans view transsexuality and transgender as a mental illness.
As they do, which is stupid.
Which is fucking bullshit.
Which is really stupid.
It's fucking bullshit.
Agreed.
But to prevent people from entering in the military because how you view a thing is not right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right. I think it's fucking wrong. I think it's wrong as fuck. I just said fuck like 5 fucking times.
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
It hasn't fucking stopped us from fucking before.
It's wrong. I don't agree with it whatsoever.
Yeah. As far as, if that's why I was like, what fucking reasoning do they have? And regardless whether that was their reasoning on it or not, regardless whether they believe that or heart, whether they did it, it's still a valid... Like, if they're just like, we just want to get rid of trans people, but this is something that's a real thing, then I think there's some discussion. But I think
if it's they just don't like trans people and they don't like the idea of
If they didn't have a reasoning behind it, then I'd agree with it. But if that is a valid reasoning, like, again, I'm no expert on it by any means.
Yeah.
I'd have to do more. I kind of want to do more research on it too, just to find out, something going on in our country.
Yeah.
It affects friends and people I know. But I want to find out more on it. But if that is a valid thing, like, listen, you're maybe not in the best capacity to handle a firearm in a life-threatening situation.
Yeah.
Then I think at that point there's
that's with anyone. That doesn't apply to just trans people.
Well, I mean, as far as, like, to the best capacity.
Yeah.
Like, if you went through training and that was what you did, you'd be relatively qualified, I use air quotes, to do that in a normal, air quotes, state of mind. But if you're just like, okay, I'm going through changes, maybe my thought process isn't what I would want it to be.
Yeah, I definitely think...
Then you should be on a hiatus until that is complete.
Yeah.
If it ever can be complete. I don't know.
Looking at it from, like, a personal perspective, I honestly think you should find yourself before you make a decision like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But I don't think...
That is a big life-changing decision.
Yeah.
And you should be confident with it before you make a decision.
Definitely. And you should, like... I don't want to say should, because I feel like I'm ordering people around, and I don't want to do that.
It would be the thing that it would be in your best interest.
Yeah.
If you're not ordering, it's just not something you want to happen, but it's something that would benefit them. Like, here's what you should do. This would be good for you.
But I feel like if you do want to, like, immediately go in like that, I wanted to just snap on mic. I'm sorry. Then I don't think that the government should be allowed to stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's it's taking away a right, and that's not what the government's supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's not what America's supposed to do. We're supposed to give people rights to do what they want, and if you have the right to serve in the military regardless of what you are, as long as you're fucking human.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe aliens. Aliens could be a thing one day.
Yeah, they're aliens because they're not on our planet.
Yeah, but they could
move. Whatever.
2017, Cameron. But yeah, I agree with that. As long as, like I said, as long as you're in, because at that point it's like you remember Captain America, right?
Yeah.
It's like the dude. I mean, he was willing to put in the work, but he maybe wasn't physically able.
Yeah.
As far as his, I think as long as if you're just like I said, if you're just like, I'm through this process and this is just a normal thing for me to do this now, or I'm not going through an operation or using these chemicals. I'm just gonna call myself a woman now, and be a woman and come do that whole thing with that.
Yeah.
Then I think at that point they shouldn't stop you. I don't know if it does. Again, I haven't looked into it. I haven't looked into the whole science. But I think if you're just like, I am not in the correct state of mind, as far as my final decision making that I want to be, I think, like I said, then there's room to talk on that.
Yeah, there's definitely, but yeah, I don't think that it should be like an official stop you thing.
I don't know if there's like I said, I'd have to be more educated on both the law and the whole process.
Yeah,
but my current I may come on next week and be like, there was a revelation, and I don't agree with anything, or I agree with everything. Yeah. But it's as far as that my current knowledge. As far as my current knowledge, I think there should be prefaces like, all right, if you're going through this specific thing, then you should be involved in the military, but maybe not out blowing people up.
Yeah.
But if you're past that point, then fucking here's a box of hand grenades. Go nuts.
Go nuts.
Go fucking nuts. Have fun.
The fucking movie Full Metal Jacket. Why did you join the military? Sir, to kill. Sir, to kill. That's and it's like, yeah. I feel like that's something I would... Nah, it's not something I would do. I don't support killing. I don't support war.
Yeah, Steve Rogers. I don't want to kill anybody, sir. I just don't like bullies. And I'm like, fucking go you. Yeah. Fucking Boy Scout loving Austin self. I was doing a story. I was at the Walmart.
Yeah.
The Walmart. Not Walmart. I was at the Walmart. But we were pulling into our parking space, me and my family, when this young Asian lady.
Okay.
I'm trying to paint a picture. I'm not saying anything about Asians.
Yeah.
I want to preface that.
Okay.
Probably like 20s, black hair, just normal clothing. And she had her door open. Groceries were already in, and the cart was behind the door, and she was standing behind the door. Groceries were already in there. She was just sort of like moving the bag. Like we'd see her through the front window. She just sort of like move that bag.
Yeah.
Push that bag. Okay, stop. Push another bag. And I'm like, we're trying to pull in the parking spot, and both the cart and the fucking door is in the parking spot. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right. So the wagon and the door were just open, and she's seen us. And she just went right back to pushing her groceries. I go, you fucking... We stood there for a good 30 seconds because there was no other spots around.
Yeah.
And we're like... And then finally she moved it. And she went and she moved everything. So my mom was like, fucking bitch. So she's like...
Oh
my God. I get if you didn't see it and you go, oh shit, okay, oh sorry.
Yeah,
and you move the wagon, you do that. I get, maybe you're not aware of your surroundings. You really should be, but you maybe not aware of your surroundings. But she just looked at us. Just went back to doing a thing. Then moved the groceries, and she walked around. So what I did, me being my asshole self, I got out of the car, and she was waiting to get in her front door. I sat there, I adjusted all my pockets. I fixed my T-shirt. I fixed my bags and everything. And she sat there, she opened the door, and she almost hit me. And I just sort of looked at her, and she just sort of looked at me. And I was this close. If she would have hit me, I would have fucking decked her. But,
oh my God, no, you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have. I would have said something. But,
yeah.
But if she like smacked me in the head with a door, then I would have fucking decked her.
Yeah.
But I wanted
to. Don't deck women.
Unless they hit you with a door. At that point, that's all holds bar. Yeah. I don't care. But I would have went, and she was just sort of like, all right, and she sort of looked at me, and she had that scared look on her face, like, oh fuck, he's actually going to say something, because most people would just be angry and say something in their breath when they walk away. I just sort of looked at her with that face, like, really? And she was like, and I'm like, all right then. And I walked away. Okay. She got in the car and she drove away, and I went on about my day. And I'm like, all right, well, fuck that lady.
Yeah.
It's like, but I had that situation over by like a Largo Mall too. Somebody leaves their door open, they're doing something in the car, but it wasn't even in a parking space. The door was in oncoming traffic. So she blocked traffic on both sides because her car was blocking the one way, and you can't go around because there's a fucking door open.
Yeah.
It's like, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah.
That's just completely unfucking considerate to every other human being around.
Exactly.
I think I know that person.
Really?
I think I might have. I don't know.
But it's kind of... No, I'm not going to say names.
But I went and I'm just like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Like, that's just... if you pulled into a parking spot, maybe did that, on the empty side of the parking lot.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there... Because she just stopped, middle of the road, got out, fixing the seatbelt, whatever the fuck she was doing. It's like, obviously it wasn't a life-depressing matter or an urgent thing. It's just like, you're just being fucking inconsiderate to now 2 lanes of fucking traffic in a major area.
Yeah.
You're fucking kidding me.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's like, there wasn't a whole empty parking lot. Literally 2 feet, if you went left, there's a whole empty parking lot. You could have ran probably 120 feet and ran back the other way and you wouldn't have hit anything.
Yeah.
But no, let's do it right in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
You fucking bitch.
Fuck you.
I just want to give that person a shout out because they fucking suck. But another story I had, I remember I wanted to tell you, and we got time. Good. Is where I work.
Oh yeah.
They have. I was sitting there, and I was checking out I was doing the cash register or whatnot, and somebody goes over and they go, hey, and And they said it to another coworker, and they go, or something, bathroom. And the guy goes, okay, and she follows the girl to the bathroom. So I'm like, what happened there? Like 2 seconds later, they come out and they go, oh, somebody left their phone in the bathroom. I go, oh, fuck. So they hand it to Dad. Dad hands it to me. I go, oh, shit. I go, well, somebody left their phone. I go, all right. So then Dad goes, well, somebody was just in there. It was some dude. He's out back doing something for somebody else, for another coworker. They were a friend of that coworker. When the person comes in, we'll just give it to him. We go, okay,
Sorry,
cool.
I'm yawning. I'm like tired.
That's all right. So, but we're like, all right, cool. So the person comes back and we go, hey, is this your phone? They go, no, I have my phone right here. It's like a black phone. They have the one we have is like a blue one. It's all girly looking.
Yeah.
So we go, huh? We go, well, then who the fuck's phone is it? So I flip it over, and on the back it says, if lost. It's like Karen, Caitlin, fucking whatever your name is.
Yeah.
Fucking Smith. And it's like if found fucking Caitlin Karen Smith. What the fuck your name is? Please call this number.
That's not the name.
And it was it was all ripped up and whatnot. So Dad's like, oh, I know this person, so and so. And from the sound of it, I'm like, oh, they're probably an older person.
Yeah.
This probably happens a lot. That's why they have it on the back of the phone. I'm like, yeah, that's really fucking convenient.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty cool.
I call it from the work phone. And Dad and me joke around. I go, what if it called the fucking phone? I said, that'd be fucking great.
I was just thinking that. So, that would have been hilarious.
Oh, that would have been fucking great. So we call, the phone goes. Wow. I go, are you fucking kidding me? I go, you fucking moron.
Wow.
I go, so I'm sitting there. I go, and Mom and Dad and everybody are in the middle of talking. I go, I sat there and looked at it with this big ass grin on my face. They go, what? I go, I looked down at the phone, and the phone ringing. It says the name of the place. And everybody was fucking dying. I was like, why the fuck would you have that?
Yeah.
So eventually, I'm like, well, all right, maybe their phone's unlocked. Maybe we'll call like fucking son or brother or father or someone.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just be like, hey, they left their phone. We want to, no password lock. I go,
damn
I guess this person's not getting their phone. So I put it down, save space, and all of a sudden it goes off. And I go, all right. And I'm like, even if it's a friend or a coworker, I'd be like, oh, hey, they lost their phone. Let them know.
Yeah.
And I pick it up, I answer, and they go, hello? And I go, hello? And they go, hi, you found my phone? I go, yeah, I'm so-and-so I'm Joe from this place.
Yeah.
And we found it in the bathroom and whatnot. They go, oh, it's over there? All right, cool, thank you so much. And I'm like, yeah, we tried to call the number on the back, but I called the phone, and that didn't help. And she's just like, okay, cool, thank you. And she just sort of ignored that, and I'm like, this is a person an idiot.
Yeah.
And I go, all right, cool. This was like 4:35, 5:30.
Last night?
Yeah, last night.
Okay.
Put the phone down. We close at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Have them come and pick it up.
Really?
They're like, okay, you guys are over there. I mean, even if you're a 2-hour trip,
yeah,
you would have been here by then.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe they're just not that urgent to pick it up.
Maybe they're not. I guess if they left it, and that's a thing.
Yeah.
I guess who gives a shit?
You know, fuck it. I'll take the phone. I can hack.
I mean,
crack the code. I'm kidding. I won't take the phone. I don't like stealing things.
I said, I'm like, I forgot who. I think it was James. He's like, that's a pretty good phone. And I'm like, James, you're not taking it.
You showed it to me. It does look like a pretty good phone.
He goes, no, I'm just saying, it's a nice, it's one of those iPhone 6s. It's like one of the newer ones. And I go, James, you're not taking the phone. He goes, I'm not saying I want to take. I said, James, you're not taking the phone. He goes, all right, I'm not taking the phone. And he walks away. I go, James, I know what you're getting at. You're not taking the phone. He goes, all right. And he walks away. I go, James, you fucking dude.
Jesus.
I go, God damn it, James. And he goes, oh, all right, man. And he walks away. I'm like, listen, I mean,
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Yeah. I'm like, they know where we are. I'm like, they have our phone number. I'm like, I mean, if they want to come and get it, it's there. But then we closed, the day we closed today, and it's just like, oh, they kind of fucked them Monday. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But yeah,
jeez.
I was like, all right, that's fucking, that's great, cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Dude, I wanted to show you. I'm going on a different topic. I don't know if we'll get to the last note.
No, it's
not
important.
Maybe.
I had it just in case, but it's not important.
I wanted to show you, because I was telling you after this I wanted you to take me to GameStop so I could buy this anime fighting game. And my mind's been on anime since I've been to MetroCon.
Nice.
But I wanted to show you a video, and if we can pull it up here, because I wanted to talk about fucking anime fighting games. They're so fucking extra, and I love it, because, anime is way over the top.
Yeah.
And I was playing this game, and I've only played it at my friend's house, with him, and I suck at the game, but I just love watching it happen, because everything, because it's I'm easily entertained.
I'm easily entertained. He's a ball in a string.
My favorite character, on the thing. I don't know his last name. His name is Tsuna. He's from this anime called Katekyo Hitman Reborn, and he has like fire powers, and it's really cool. He's like he's a middle schooler, which I've been watching this anime and I can't comprehend the fact that they're middle schoolers.
Okay.
But and you know, I've only like been a little bit into the anime. But he turns from like, you know, an awkward ass middle schooler to this badass like mafia boss with fire powers and shit, and it's cool. So I wanted to show you some fucking gameplay of my main. Hold up. The name of the game is J-Star's Victory versus Plus.
Okay.
And I just want to show you how fucking crazy it is. Victory versus.
I have to do an incognito window because after the last anime-related thing that you showed us.
Okay. Okay, so...
We'll take this one step at a time.
Yeah.
We still got 15 minutes, so we got time. It looks pretty cool. I remember me and a friend of ours played like the Dragon Ball Z game where you customize your own Dragon Ball Z person. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting there, we were doing the whole, he's like, this is how you do this combo, Mojin Bo and fucking Spirit Ball. Yeah. And I did this huge ass explosion. They're like, how the fuck did you do that? Mm-hmm. I was sitting there just pressing buttons. And I blew up like half the thing. They're like, man, that was pretty good.
I hope this is a good one. Yeah, did you turn the volume up on the computer?
Yeah. Is it?
Just like, because I want to, it's, even the fucking sound effects are fucking crazy. I'm talking about on the mixer. Did you turn that up?
Nope, that was yours. Never mind.
Yay. Alright, here we go.
Okay. We should be good.
Just like watch this shit happen. There's no subtitles, they just speak in Japanese.
Oh, fantastic.
No. So this is the guy, that's Suna.
Okay.
And they're gonna fucking duke it out.
Oh yeah, it's like an arena fight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What the fuck? The kind of whole thing.
This guy's probably a shitty player. Just some of the combos are fucking crazy.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now they're both middle schoolers?
No, just this guy.
Oh.
I don't know anything about the other guy. That's kind of fucking volume. There we go.
That's pretty cool looking.
His fucking, like, there's this thing when you get, like, a really good, like, when you're doing really good, you can enter this thing called a victory burst.
Yeah.
And it lets you do, like, a super special move, and his has this whole, like, fucking monologue to it. It's fucking...
Did you see when the guy sort of stood there? He just went Super Saiyan is what happened.
Yeah.
You see that, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool looking. I mean...
I want to see if he goes into the victory burst, because that shit's pretty fucking lit.
I wanted to play, who is that? I haven't played in a while, speaking of video games. I haven't played Overwatch in a while, and I really, really want to fucking try Doomfist.
Yeah.
I really want to main Doomfist now.
You and every other fucking piece of DPS trash. Alright, here it is, probably. Yeah, he's setting it up for it.
Okay. Some more kicking, more punching, more fire.
Oh, that's not the combo. That's not even the over-the-top one.
I'm describing for our audience who
yeah, he just fucking kicked the shit out of him.
If they want,
there it is. It's just so fucking like... he
cool.
just like fucking punched him, but he like had a whole fucking inner monologue. This is... Yeah, I want this game. I've been obsessing over it for some fucking reason. It's just fun to look at.
How does his health bar system work?
Okay, their health bar is just right there.
Oh, okay.
And then his health bar is on his name.
Gotcha.
And then you also have like a special move bar. Yeah, see that fucking... He just like...
That was...
I'm such a child.
He unleashed the power of the sun.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm such a child. We can get off of this now. I just wanted to show you that fucking badass combo.
That's pretty cool. That's every time I see a superhero movie, me and Austin.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know why you're not way into anime. Because, like, that shit's, like, you know, like Shonen.
Yeah.
That's the whole, like, superhero one.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to get in this one called Boku no Hero Academia. Or My Hero Academy, if you speak American.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
I watched the first episode, and I was like, this doesn't seem like something I could get into. It looks too childish. And then I'm like, wait, I actually fucking love that. So I want to go back into it. And my friends have been showing me some of the characters, and I'm like, that shit's fucking cool. There's this dude, like, half of him is, like, red and the other half is white, and he's got fire and ice powers.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, that shit's fucking amazing.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool looking. I don't know, the whole anime thing, it's just, the whole, like, Japanese, like...
Yeah, you just don't like subtitles.
Yeah, that too, the whole Japanese, but then, like, the whole, like, I mean, it's cool as far as, like, the culture around it is almost, like, in the anime, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's something, like, it's not just like, okay, we're in a city and we're fighting things. It's almost like a whole separate culture from, which, I mean, it's cool to learn, but, I mean, it's, I don't know if it's something I could really get into. Like, One Punch Man's looks pretty cool, though. It's just,
I feel like you could
get punching some stuff.
I feel like you could get into Fate Stay Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, a story behind it, too, but also, like, the fighting animation is, like, the best animation ever. And it's, like, so fucking crazy. And, like, the story is cool, and it's, like, kind of easy to follow.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, plus the whole thing kind of reminds me of, like, Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well,
I feel
yeah,
some kind
Pokemon
of like,
is an anime.
Yeah.
I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh is... Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's an anime, duh. Fuck me.
Well,
I'm gonna get so much shit.
That's great. That was like the, but then I remember the one anime you showed me and Dylan. That one monster.
Dude, okay.
Monster category
I didn't know. I knew that Monster Musume.
Oh my god, it was.
I didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
It was porn, but with cartoon
hentai.
monsters.
It was hentai.
Oh god, a snake thing. You see the boobs.
Yeah.
Talk about vaginas.
See, I didn't know. I knew it was bad. I thought it was more funny than bad.
No.
Like, that's how my friend described it to me.
That was the whole first and second episode.
And I was like, dude, they're just... What the fuck? I'm gay. Why would you recommend this to me?
Maybe that's why you recommended it to me.
I'm not going to convert. Bitch.
First episode, we were like, okay. And then for some goddamn reason, we're like, maybe it gets better in the second. It doesn't get better in the second.
It doesn't get better.
I stayed for half of the first episode and went, nope. And then I hear you and Dylan, no, it didn't get better. I'm like, oh, that fucking sucks. That's horrible.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, what's the name of this? Let me write this down for later.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's... For being 2 weeks, 2 weeks out. I mean, now that hopefully school started too, we can get more in a just sort of stable schedule.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing really fucking fucks with it.
If I get into, like, I know they wouldn't have them on fucking Sundays, but rehearsals and shit.
Yeah.
If I even get in, I'm probably not gonna.
Yeah.
Everyone tells me to stop saying that.
I'll say that.
Yeah, I keep talking to, like, my friends who have graduated and shit from there, and they're like, stop talking about yourself like that, dude. You're fucking amazing. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Shut the fuck up. Let me hate myself.
It's horrible. But yeah, God. We went and I'll fix it later.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix the show notes. But yeah, that's all pretty good. I want to thank our sponsor. We didn't say any of that. I want to thank our sponsor, Bella Italia.
Yeah, Bella Italia. It's lit.
Great pizza.
They got lit pizza. They got lit Italian food.
Oh yeah. Better pizza, better Italian food than any other fucking one of those stupid chains.
Okay. I don't want to call people out.
Nah.
But
because the other ones aren't sponsoring us. That's why. The other ones aren't sponsoring. Yeah. The other ones aren't a part of this podcast.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. PIPizza.net. But yeah. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
I think I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, feel free to, like, now the whole
fucking life advice thing.
Yeah,
I would like that.
us.
I eventually want to do, like, a live video and do, like, a Q&A.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That'd be pretty cool. All right. Well, we thank everybody for listening and for getting back to our episodes.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Love you guys.
That's episode 6.
Peace out.
That's a wrap.